I used a timeshare presentation with Hilton Grand Vacation to get a cheap rate on a hotel, but it was like the biggest cortisol spike of my life. I did it because I only had to spend $50 for a long weekend just to see like a presentation. So I was like, why not? But dude, so deceptive. Like we sat through a whole presentation. It seems great. You have like all these options for like these properties that you can go to and use points on, and you only have to pay a maintenance fee of like $1,700. But you get back and he slaps the real cost for you too. Look at this. Screenshot this. Like with closing costs and upfront costs on this 80K investment, I would have to slap down 20 G's for that, for 10,000 points. Mind you, with their estimates, that's only good for like 4 vacations a year. And the prices they quote you on savings is the prices for peak season costs.
Now, I've been trying to tell y'all for years, timeshares is real sticky business. For one, this is actual real estate. And I think a lot of people don't understand this. When you're on vacation, tell me, when you're just waltzing down the boardwalk or wherever, and you're going to go get your little cinnamon bun and your matcha tea or your coffee, tell me, are you thinking, you know what? I want to be considering getting some real estate here. Yeah, you know what? I want to get a little property that's legally tied to me and that I got to pay a maintenance fee for. And you know what? That sounds great. I don't know much about this place because, again, this is where I'm vacationing. But here is insert timeshare name telling me, hey, I can get a timeshare and I can travel. Not only that, I can travel possibly in different locations and be able to vacation in these quote unquote luxury spots, and everybody wants to be there, and I'm going to save so much money, right? That's what you think is going to happen. And let me tell you, if you are going into a quote unquote timeshare and you're just trying to get the free vacation, get the free vacation, don't get nothing else. Don't sign nothing. Eat the cookies, drink the milk, whatever, the orange juice, whatever they got. Do that. Get your little free 3-day stays, 2-day stays, whatever the case may be, and move on about your life. I'm telling you, and y'all might not understand why I'm so passionate. Now, not only do I have the receipts, Club Wyndham, I have life experience. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what happened to me and how I almost got sucked into a timeshare. And for my testimony, I am only asking one thing: hit the subscribe and the like button. But first, when you are on vacation, you need to realize that these are salespeople. Okay, they are salespeople. I don't care how nice Miss Samantha, Mr. Steven upstairs on that second floor talk nice to you and try to gas you up and try to cake you up. I'm telling you, they could sell sunscreen to a vampire, a ladder to a fish, a treadmill to a snail. Do you get what I'm trying to say here? I know a lot of that was kind of confusing. My point here is, they can sell it to you knowing good and well you don't need it. That is their thing. That's their thing. And they're good at it. They're very convincing, charismatic. These are the real influencers before influencers became a thing. These are real true marketers. And the sad part is, a lot of them know deep down that this is something that could mess you up. They know it. How do I know? When I almost got caught up, I was on purpose antagonizing the person who tried to sell me when I was there for the 3 free days in Orlando, Florida. Like everybody else, I wanted my stay for free. Don't act like some of y'all above a good old free trip, because I'm not. Now, but when I pointed out to the person trying to sell me the timeshare that, hey, what y'all are doing isn't quite moral, I think that you may know that. Do you know it felt like I was invoking the demons? I promise you, I'm not exaggerating. This man, he got a little snippy with me. It got so bad, his boss had to come over and try to calm him down. All I did was tell the truth, that a lot of this stuff is in fact sneaky. And I'm telling you, if you really want to understand, just tell them or ask them, would you sell this to your family? And some of them will lie. Some of them will lie. They would not dare put their family in these sort of situations. The only reason that they would, in my opinion, is if they really want to see their family hemmed up, broke down, knocked down, stressed out, because that is what typically happens with the people who get the timeshares. You would be surprised how many people are trying to actively get out of timeshares that they got when they were on vacation. I'm telling you, just stick to the plan, go to the beach, have a good time, but do not by any means trap yourself, and I do mean trap yourself in a timeshare, because it's gonna get real ugly for you.
Saying $900 a day at Hawaii, we Googled that, and it was only like $300. And dude, if you look at that screenshot, it was almost 18% APR. But they're like, oh, we're not a bank. We're not a bank. Go to a bank if you want a cheaper interest rate. But think about it too, after that 80K for 10,000 points a year, you would still have to pay a yearly maintenance fee of $2,700. And I looked it up on like Reddit and whatnot, and apparently that's not a fixed cost. It could go up even though you paid off that 80K investment.
And you know who else does that? Disney. Disney. What was it called? The Disney Vacation Club? Can't confirm nor deny. Did they go up? However, we did a whole breakdown about that too. A lot of these quote unquote timeshares don't have fixed maintenance costs. And a lot of this stuff be for life. So what ends up happening is a lot of people who ended up getting swindled into timeshares, they try to pass it on to their kids. They do. Or they pass away and they try to give it to their kids that way. But guess what? The kids still have to pay the maintenance fees. This stuff does not end. It's something that's forever. Forever. And what we also need to talk about is people's life situations change, especially currently in 2026. Can you just imagine getting a timeshare when you think everything is fine, you have a job, you don't have any children, you don't have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of your income you're able to keep to yourself. But imagine 10 years later, that's not the case. You are still stuck in this timeshare unless you can sell it to somebody else who may not have as much knowledge on the timeshares as you, but likely if they were to understand how this stuff works, they'll be trying to sell it to somebody else. It's almost like playing a game of tag, and it's like you're it, and then you're trying to tag somebody else, so you ain't it no more. Additionally, I'm glad that he brought up that many times it is cheaper for you to spend your money out of pocket booking whatever it is you were going to book than for you to instead have a timeshare with limited availability, and you're also competing with other people who own the timeshare for certain popular destinations during popular times. They don't tell you all of that. What they will tell you is, oh, you can travel all over the world and you can have these nice hotels and anywhere you want to go, anywhere. I'm telling you, they sell you dreams. I'm telling you, I've sat through many timeshare presentations. They all sell dreams. They will send whoever they believe they can get to get you in the timeshare. And then and you know what's even worse is they'll tell you that they are not like the other timeshare people that you've encountered. You know what? No. They just didn't know what they were doing. They weren't trying to take care of you. I'm trying to take care of you and your family. They actually try to act like they're your friends and they're actually trying to help you. They're not. The more friendly they are, the more you gotta like hit them with the Heisman. Like, no. Yeah, but I would advise to be careful doing that because I went that route with one. He ain't like that too much. He didn't like that too much. He was a little too pushy for me though. Sometimes you gotta just let him know, look, hey, I'm not here for it. I've been down this road before. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I know what you up to. Let's get this 2-hour long seminar over with so I can get what y'all promised me, and I'm not staying here a minute more. I need to say that too. That's important. Do not stay past your time. Like me and mine, when we went, we had a timer. We knew what we agreed on. And the timer started as soon as he started talking. We said, bloop. Okay, what you got? Your job. I'm gonna tell you how to defend yourself. Your job, if you are there to get the free stay, your job is to sit there during that presentation and go, okay, sounds nice. But you never, by any means, let them think for even a second, not even a millisecond, that there is anywhere they can wiggle in and make you feel comfortable with the timeshare, because if they see it, they will take it. They will take it. Don't tell them what your life goals are. Don't tell them about your family. They don't need to know all that. Just sit there, eat the cookies. Dang it, Samantha, eat the cookies. And I know a lot of y'all people pleasers, that's the ones that they get. The ones that are easy to be guilt tripped, or you feel some type of way by not making somebody else feel comfortable. Guess what? They like you. I'm just telling you the truth. They love you because you don't want to tell them no. You want to work with them. Whole time they're trying to take from your wallet, take from your family, take from your future and put you in the chains. They want to put you in the chains. Like, that's how you gotta think. When you deal with some people, you actually gotta, like, in your mind, lock in and be like, you don't want to see me do well. You don't really want well for me. You're in it for yourself. Whatever commission you're gonna get from this, I get it, but you don't really care about me. And remind yourself of what I'm saying. If you ever get put in this situation, these people don't care about your hobbies. They don't care about your kids. I don't care how they try to connect with you. They don't care. They are trying to sell you something. And you need to go in there with a stiff arm. Don't go in there you can be polite, be kind, cool. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. I'm telling you, I would not lie. I would not lie about this. I am so serious and I'm so passionate because Club Wyndham in 2022, we got history. Real history. I got a testimony because that was my first time. That was my first time. I didn't know. I was just strolling down the street. Oh, do y'all want to come to a little presentation? You know, yeah, we'll just show you something, give you some. Okay, cool. And do you like to travel? Yeah, we like to travel. And the next thing you know, yeah, we can get you anywhere. And then, if you sign them papers, it is going to be hard to get out. I don't own no timeshare. I'm glad, but I will say this. They almost got me. Because I did it. I did it. I signed on the dotted line, y'all. And I'm telling you that probably within about a day of us doing that, I said, what did we do? Because they make it seem like you can go to all these locations and they're all available. They're not. They're lying. And you won't know it until you do it. You won't know that they're lying until you do it. I promise you, you won't know it. They are straight lying and they know it. And then you have like the quickest window. I'm talking about you gotta act fast. I'm talking like a day, 1 to 3 days or something crazy like that. Maybe 7. I think it was 7 days. You got like 7 days maybe to act fast, to get a letter typed up saying, hey, this was a big mistake, and to cancel that. But you know what happens? People are still on vacation. They're still traveling back. And a lot of them, if they, have that thought, like, you know what, that was a mistake, they're not acting on it fast enough because they're traveling. And then you're locked in forever. Do you know how mad I would be? And I would still probably tell this story as a cautionary tale, like, dang, they got me, because a lot of people really don't know how bad it can be and how hard it is to get up out of those things. But I'm telling you, y'all don't want to do it. You'd be better off just buying your own house, especially with some of these interest rates that you're going to get hit with, even if it's an okay interest rate. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is timeshares, for me, wasn't something I knew about. I never heard anybody talk about a timeshare in my life. First off, maybe people who traveled a lot when they were kids, like a lot to like resorts and stuff like that, they might have experienced timeshares, or maybe they seen their parents experience like trying to be swindled into one because the kids might be there too. But I ain't never experienced anything like that, and I never heard nobody talk about a timeshare in my life until that happened. That was my first experience. It was firsthand, like, oh, you don't actually want to go through with any of that. This is why these sort of videos are so important, because I always say some situations you can see on the internet, things that other people have went through, and you can say to yourself, oh my gosh, I never knew about that. Now I know what to look out for if it ever does occur, or I'm ever put in that situation. I know what to do. But you don't know what you don't know. And that is how people get people who don't know. Like, you actually don't know. Like, if you don't know, for example, student loans come with a lot of stipulations, a lot of potential future pain, then you would just sign on the dotted line. Like, for example, if you get a home not knowing, hey, home maintenance is expensive, insurance goes up, escrow, things like that. If you don't, a lot of people don't know, like, you literally don't even know what the word is and the meaning of it and what is associated with those things until you hear it from someone else. And that's why I like to talk about all these different financial aspects that either people have went through or I've experienced myself, even if it don't make me look the best, because none of us are perfect. And I'll be first to say I do dumb stuff. I've done dumb stuff in my life for sure. The thing is, learning from the past or from other people's experience, or better yet, don't experience this at all, because you can just do what I'm telling you to do. Eat the cookies, Samantha. Eat the cookies. Carlos, Devin, Trina, Brittany, Kiki, Megan, whatever your name is, eat the cookies and keep it moving. Okay, just eat the cookies and keep it moving, and get your days free.
And bro, I could make multiple videos about like their shady sales tactics, how they brought up like 2 other people besides the main salesperson, and how like they overcame the objections by trying to manipulate you, make you feel bad, but like saying like, oh, you don't like vacations? You can't drop 20K. It's not, I thought you said vacations were important to you.
And that, I'm getting triggered. Everything that he just said, everything. They know who the target audience is. You're on vacation. They know you like to travel, and that's what they want to play into. It's just like everything else in this world, where you actually have to question, what is your motive? And what makes you want to strangle my emotions so bad? What do you gain from that? Oh, I forgot. forgot, maybe a commission? I don't know. And that's why I said, like, they were the original influencers. They really were. Just playing on your hopes, your desires, and your dreams for their own gain. And what's crazy is you pack it up and go to another state and they just do it to somebody else. They do this, and that's why I said they know what they're doing. They know a lot of these folks is calling in from all these random states. And you know that this was their only vacation of the year for a lot of these families. Did they care? No. They were just a number on a contract. That's all that these folks was, a number on a contract. And they're just like, I'm just doing my job. It's like they're sleazy car salesmen. It gave sleazy car salesmen to me back then, and it still gives sleazy car salesmen to me now. They're not to be trusted. I'm telling you, they're not to be trusted. Now, what's crazy is this top comment says, not to mention, you can buy a Hilton timeshare resale for a literal penny. What? Let me see. It said, look up Hilton resale contracts. Owners who don't use them don't want to pay maintenance fees. Will sell them for virtually nothing. It's a Facebook group I'm in. I've seen people offer them for free. Lord have mercy. It's worse than I thought. It's worse than I thought. This person said, what? I need details to the group. What is the group? Now, I do want to caution anybody who is reading any of these messages here on the screen, like, oh, I can get a Hilton property timeshare for a penny because these folks that got sucked into a timeshare don't want it. Let me explain. A lot of them aren't able to pay for the timeshare anymore. There are still fees associated. So if you buy this, you will be responsible for paying the fee, even if you got it for 1 cent. Do you want to be paying Hilton whatever this fee is per year? It might be $2,700. It might be $3,000. It could be $15,000. My point here is it's not a fixed dollar amount, meaning it's not set in stone forever, which means it can fluctuate, which is why it's dangerous. And I'm gonna read what the people online are saying so it can really hit home for some of you. This comment here says, I'm an ex-timeshare worker, customer service, and all owners have buyer's remorse. It's terrible. Never, ever, ever get one. Don't do it, y'all. I'm so serious. Please. And if you ever have or been close to one, or you know somebody who has, please comment down below. Please comment. I can only give so much testimony to my own situation of what I went through and share what other people have went through in hopes to really save other people. But this is real, y'all. This is really serious. We get scammed enough doing other things, going about our lives here, but you gotta worry about being scammed on vacation too. Like, we already knew that, but with the timeshares. And technically it's not a scam. It's like you agreed to it, but you're agreeing to something that is a dream. It's all a lie. It's just think about it like that. It's all a lie. I'm not gonna say all. Most of it that they're telling you is a lie. And they're not gonna tell you the real, because if they did, you wouldn't do it. You really wouldn't do it. And they know that. I don't care how nice that lady is looking in her dress or what type of tuxedo that man pulls up. I had a guy pull up in a Maserati telling us about his wife. Oh, I'm able to take care of my wife and everything because I got this job. Yeah, because y'all are doing people the dirtiest. This man was driving a Maserati. If a lot of people judged a book by its cover, they would not think that this is the type of person who would be in what I believe the swindling arts, but he was. I don't care how clean the cut is. I don't care if they're the same race as you. I don't care if y'all have nothing in common. I don't care if you have something in common. They all are one and the same. One and the same. Now, somebody said, I got one coming up in September. Mentally preparing to say no 10,000 times now. If you aren't prepared to say no and you are a people pleaser, don't even go in there. You would be better off not agreeing to the timeshares. And I don't agree to them. I don't even want to hear it. No, thank you. I will pay full price for whatever my stay is now. Now, 2022 was a different time. It was a different time. You just have to be there. But if you are the type to want to please everybody, and yes, whatever you need, don't go in them folks' office. They gonna do you in. They gonna do you in. I'm telling you, they're gonna do you. They gonna dog walk you, actually. And I'd rather you say no than be caught up a property that you may not be able to afford forever, and you're gonna be trying to figure out how to get rid of, and ridiculous maintenance fees. I'd rather you just say no. Just say no to the timeshare presentation. Now, somebody here said, I sat through a timeshare rental presentation at Disney because they give you $200 when it's all over. Now, here's the thing. They gonna offer you different stuff depending on where you go. In this case, this person was offered $200. Some of them offer free stays at a hotel or one of their properties for 3 days or 4 days or even a week, or a certificate, different stuff like that. That is what they do in hopes that you can get to this room or whatever this location and you say, oh my gosh, this is one of the properties that I could be a owner of. That's the point, y'all. I need y'all to understand that's why they want you to come. They want you to come and feel good, and they're going to put you in a nice room if they can, because you need to be able to visually see yourself there every year, every summer, and say, oh my gosh, this is perfect for me and the family. And it's not. It's not. Stay with me. It's not. Pay for it yourself. Pay for it yourself. Do not get locked into the timeshare. They said, hey, we need a Netflix documentary. And if so, Netflix, come find me. I actually might have the video from 2022 where me and this man was having a scuffle. Not a physical one, but he wanted to scuffle with me, obviously. He was mad. He was leaning over to say, like, clearly, when you tell them what you think they're doing, they don't like it. They don't like it. So y'all just get the days and move on. Just get the days and move on. Then somebody here said, you have to also pay personal property taxes on it annually. Now, I can't confirm nor deny. I will say this, it is real estate. It is a legally binding contract. This is not a game. This is why people can't get out of it. Old people easily to get swindled because they see older people and say, oh my gosh, you might be retired. You might have the time. They like to sell them. You have the time to go to all these places. It's not about the time in real life, because even if you had the time, a lot of these properties that you may want to actually stay at, they're booked up. They're booked up sometimes a year out. They're not going to tell you that part. So while you're thinking, oh, you know, I'm available to travel, it doesn't matter. The location you want to go to is booked up by everybody else that's sucked into the timeshare. They're like, you know what? I might as well go to that spot. And now you can't go. So now guess what? You in Florida every year, or you're not using the timeshare, but you're still paying. You're paying that maintenance fee. Now, somebody here said, best videos I've seen exposing this crap. You know what? And while we're on the topic, because I'm understanding a lot of people are visual learners, and there's nothing wrong with that. Here is a woman in her timeshare presentation, I guess, where she's being convinced to buy into the timeshare. I wanted y'all to physically see what it looks like. Now, let me just point out a few things before we get started. Do y'all see how the lighting is all nice and everything, and in the background it's white? It looks pure. It's not pure. It's not pure. It looks real professional. It doesn't look like the type of people who would try to get over on you. That's what they're, but hey. Now let's watch together for the first time to see what tricks they got up their bag for her. Ma'am, stay strong. I hope you stay strong. Ooh wee. This was a month ago. July 2nd. Oh my. I hope she didn't get a timeshare.
Originally tried to sell you this.
Okay.
You said no. You know what the price per point that was locked in for you? I yelled this number out, I could potentially lose my job.
First off, why he's slamming the... We off to a rough start. Sir, why did you slam this down? Like, you couldn't politely place it on the table. I don't like the theatrics of a lot of the salespeople, but let's continue.
Yeah, I remember it being low.
Your plus your current monthly payment.
I think it's like 145.
Yep, exactly right. You're good with our numbers. Whoever wrote this contract at Park Soleil, let me tell you, they
No, I was
literally...
very stern. Like, nobody can make me purchase anything. I want what I want.
So this $100 is just a placeholder to have you show on up for the new member journey.
Okay.
So you get that back once you're done with me.
Yeah, it's just the down payment. I got to make a smart financial decision.
Do you hear her? She said it's the down payment. She said she just needs to make a smart financial decision. Bravo to her for pointing out the fact that this is a financial decision. A lot of people don't even know that this is a financial thing happening right now because, again, they're on vacation. You don't expect that to be happening while you're on vacation. Like, imagine you just walking up the boardwalk and somebody's trying to sell you a house. That's the equivalent to what is happening when you're trying to be sold a timeshare. So bravo to her. And she said that she had $140 something of a monthly payment. Wow. Now, I'm not going to say for everybody it's a complete fail. If this is what she is okay with, then cool, but I'm hoping she don't have no sort of maintenance fee. I'm hoping that that's not somewhere swindled in there. And I still don't agree with the timeshare, even if she's getting certain things that she may agree to currently. I'm just not okay with them at all. They're all very scammy in my humble opinion.
When I get back. So,
Can you put it on multiple credit cards?
Wait, did he say can she put the payment on multiple credit cards? See, this is what I'm talking about. By any means, they want you to try to do the absolute most. She just said she's trying to make a good financial decision. Why would the next thing out of somebody's mouth be, can you put it on multiple credit? I've never, that being the follow-up to her being financially responsible is wild. That should tell you a lot. A lot, to say the least. And just think, do you think they want somebody to be financially responsible if they respond with that? And this is why I said earlier, you got to go in with the mindset that they really don't wish you well. They don't mean any good by you, because they probably don't. They probably don't.
I gotta make a smart financial decision. I gotta spend $5K when I get back. So,
Can you put it on multiple credit cards?
no.
What's the most you could do?
I don't want to.
How much time would you need to get the $3,000 in?
That's the thing. Regardless of breaking it up, I don't want to pay $4K.
So what card would you do for the $1,500?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, if I see that I'm wanting to travel to more properties or stay longer nights, I'm like, okay, yeah, I probably do need more points. So I want to kind of see how this
Kind of plays out.
how they doing this again, trying to upgrade my point package. I ain't even use the freaking points I got. They really trying to do that again. They're gonna piss me off. Child, I don't give a fuck about these folks. Like, y'all don't have to pay this. I gotta pay it. Like,
You told me you could put $1,500 down.
I did.
I want to change your minds.
Cause now it's feel like you guys are like forcing it.
So should I have not brought Todd over?
I feel like when people bring their manager over, it's like, okay, I'm not getting. I thought this was a new membership orientation. You guys come and tell me about membership, but you keep forcing it. I said no. You already got me the first time. I said no. I haven't even used my base package yet. I just want $100 gift card so I can go. You already got me the first time. I don't want to add no points until I use my base package.
My name is Carlos. I work for the corporate office.
They went and got the manager on her too. Don't feel bad, ma'am. They got the manager on me, but I was antagonizing the man because they try to guilt trip you and they don't want to hear the facts. I feel like, what else is going to get you off my back besides telling you, you think I'm boo-boo the fool? You think, you know? To be honest though, let me be fair. That wasn't my first encounter. That was after I was hip to the game, because again, you don't know what you don't know. But after I got hip to the game, they were seeing a whole another side of me when I was sitting there. I was not taking this serious. I was feeling just like her. Just give me my little gift card. Just give me what I came for, and I'll be out the way. They don't like to hear that though. They don't like to hear that, and they might go get the manager. She didn't even seem like she said anything wrong. They just were being very pushy, and she wasn't with it. I don't see what the problem here is. It's the peer pressure. But don't let nobody peer pressure you about your money, because ask them folks, is they gonna help you pay your bills? Are they gonna help you pay for that timeshare? Are they gonna clock in with you? And some of y'all can't stay in your jobs. Do they care that you're gonna have to work overtime to be able to afford this or put stuff on multiple credit cards? No. So self-care is important. Put yourself first.
Couple questions, okay?
Okay.
How's Robert? How's presentation today? Everything okay?
Really good. Very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable.
You speak too fast, right?
Very fast. But that's a salesman.
Yeah.
I'm glad she said that's a salesman, because that's what they are. That's all they are. That's all they ever were. And they really don't care about y'all. They don't.
Yeah. Okay, and he answered your questions too.
Yeah.
Okay, he showed you prices.
Mm-hmm.
What is the main reason why you not do business today?
Because I haven't even used like my base package yet.
I'm glad she got her $100 Visa card, but do you see what is happening? They press and they press and they press, and they're like, you know what? Why don't you want to buy with us? Why don't you want to get locked into real estate and have one and be handcuffed forever? And we don't even remember you when you call back. Why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't you want to have to struggle to pay for this timeshare that you didn't ever need? That you don't even know if it really works yet because you didn't use your base package? Why don't you want to participate with us? What did we do so wrong? Give us your money. That's what they're doing. It should be criminal, actually. I just think certain things should be in place that should not be allowed. And I think This is one of them. I don't like it. Now, someone said, who buys a timeshare in 2026? People who don't know. People who don't know what it was. I'm not judging. I didn't know what it was in 2022. I didn't know what it was. Just because people who know what it is, it's like, who does that? And like, you know what it is. That's why you don't do it. Like, think of, like, people be saying stuff and it be really about to have me like, do you hear yourself? Do you hear what, if somebody explained it to you like you were a 5-year-old and then you got the concept, because I believe a lot of y'all are intelligent. You just don't know. So when somebody tells you, you can then make an informed decision. The problem is a lot of the time, people aren't able to make informed decisions, informed financial decisions, because nobody told them. This is their first time even being exposed to these sort of things. So that's how. Can we stop walking around the world like we all just was born and had all this knowledge placed onto our brains and we just knew everything? Because that to me is wild. Why people even do that? Anyway, try to be understanding of people. Now, if somebody go out and do something after you've given them the knowledge and they just, hey, I just want to find out for myself, best of luck to you. At that point, I would say, you know, you get what you asked for. It was your choice. You were a willing participant after that. But this is different. So if you've ever been got by something that wasn't explained to you all the way, I can understand. I really can. I really can. I really can. I really can. And that is why it's better to educate people instead of shaming people for not having the knowledge. The next comment here says, somebody explain to teenage me what's happening, what a timeshare is, and why you need it. My point has been proven. Because right underneath the last comment is somebody saying that what is that? What is a timeshare? Why do I need it? You don't need it. You don't need it. And let me first explain in simple terms what a timeshare is so everybody can be knowledgeable on this topic, because that is what the internet is so good for. We can really help each other with the technology we have. Now, y'all, I am on Investopedia.com, and this is an article that defines what a timeshare is. And it says here, by definition, a timeshare is a vacation property ownership agreement where multiple individuals have the right to use the property during specific intervals, typically for a set number of weeks each year. And I want to read some of the key takeaways because this is a great opportunity for many people to understand why this is so important. And it goes on to state, there are two types of timeshare ownership. The first type is shared deeded ownership, which grants a permanent stake. The second type of timeshare ownership is a shared lease, where the developer retains the deed. Now, what's interesting is this is on Investopedia.com, which I love to come to this website for a lot of financial literacy terms, but they have stated on here in the key takeaways that the timeshare industry scams often involve resale fraud and misleading high-pressure sales tactics aimed at potential and current owners. Aimed at who? Again, potential and current owners. What's being aimed at them? I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you again. Misleading, high-pressure sales tactics. Okay? You are a target. You are not safe on vacation because you are a potential owner. Okay? Stay safe out there, y'all. Keep your guard up. Keep your guard up. You need to walk out there with ammunition. Now, it goes on to state, despite the flexibility that Airbnb provides, timeshares continue to thrive because they offer predictability and resort-like amenities and stable experiences for vacationers. Again, for who? Vacationers. So if you're on vacation, you're a what? A target. Yeah. You know what? I knew I had a smart group here. Okay. Now it goes on to state, productive timeshare buyers should exercise caution and conduct thorough research due to high upfront and maintenance costs, inflexibility, and challenges in resale. What is going to be challenging for you? Resale. So you need to exercise what they said? Caution, because you're in what? Danger. Watch your back. Danger. Allegedly can't confirm nor deny.
Let's talk about this timeshare presentation. If you didn't see, for my birthday, we went to Vegas and we stayed at a Hilton Grand Vacation because they sent us a timeshare deal, so we got a super cheap rate on the room. But in order to get this cheap rate, you are sucked into a 2-hour timeshare presentation. So let's go through that. Our check-in time was at 11, so they make you go in and like take a picture, fill out this whole survey. Trying to like get to know what your travel personality is. They take your picture and then you go take a seat. And then
Now, I'm glad she showed that. They love to put y'all name on the wall and on the presentation to make y'all feel special. You're not. Remember what Symone told you. You're not. You're not. You're not. I'm not. Your mom's not. Your sister's not. Your brother, your cousin, none of them are safe. Remember what I told you.
And then they funnel you into the next room where there's like some mediocre snacks, coffee, a soda machine, before they bring you to this room where this is the start of your sales presentation. And the whole time it's giving used car salesman. And then all of a sudden our ears prick up because we see this that they're advertising to the group. And this is the Conrad Maldives where we stayed in January. This next part is important. This is not a Hilton Grand Vacation property. So I'm sitting there being like, why are they advertising a Conrad to us?
And guess who knows allegedly what it is and what it ain't? Who y'all think knows this? Oh, okay.
And this is like their primo top level advertisement. This is the #1 property that they spent the most time on during the entire presentation. And of course, at the beginning of this presentation, they make everyone go around the room and like list off a destination, a dream destination that they'd love to go to. And like a couple people always say the Maldives. So
And don't tell them. Keep your mouth shut. I'm being so serious. Don't tell them, because all they're going to do is use it against you. You think it's just innocent telling them your dreams. Their dream allegedly can't confirm nor deny. Their dream, they don't want to see you in the Maldives. In the Maldives? No. You about to be in Florida. You about to be in Orlando. I don't have nothing against Orlando. I love for Florida. That's where you finna be, because that's all you gonna get. You might get a Destin, Florida. Maybe a Las Vegas or something. I don't know. Kissimmee? However you say it, Kissimmee. I don't know. And you'd be lucky if you get that, dang it. Because at some point, beggars can't be choosy.
So this whole dog and pony show lasts about a half an hour where we're being shown these properties and like, look what you can do with your Hilton Grand Vacation point.
And then it's all a bunch of lies, a bunch of deception. Can't confirm nor deny. Allegedly.
Point. So by the end of this presentation, you've basically just gotten this high-level sales pitch of being like, look what your life could be like. Look at all these places that I've traveled with my points.
I'm glad she said that. I know I keep pausing it. Y'all, my salesman, the one that got mad at me and he got all flustered in his feelings and upset, about to jump over there shaking the table. That one right there was like, I go to the casino over in, what do you say, over in Thailand. I go to the casino and it's so nice, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, at that time I ain't been to Thailand yet. So I'm not even knowing. Thailand is cheap. Thailand is cheap. And when I say cheap, I mean, I might have paid like $20 for a nice room a night. Why would you do that? If you're going to foreign locations, that might even be very affordable from where you're coming from. You would have paid $2,000 for a maintenance fee. I don't even think I spent $2,000 in Thailand. And this man was telling me, oh, I stayed at the Hard Rock. And I got to gamble. First off, I don't even like to gamble. I don't want to participate in the night sins. Like, that's your thing, cool. I don't even drink, sir. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink the devil juice. Give me a pina colada or a water or an apple juice and I'm fine. Actually, a coconut water is something that's going to hydrate my body. They will do any and everything. Do not tell them where you want to go. It's a bunch of lies.
At this point, you're given no pricing information. They do mention that there's going to be an HOA fee, but that's all you're going to pay once you buy your points and you own them outright. And like, look at all these amazing places that you can stay. The only thing they're showing you is like, oh, look how many points you need to stay for this many nights at this place. Never mentioning the cost of said points. So after the presentation, we briefly met the person that we were going to be working with before it. She came and picked us up from the presentation and brings us back to this little room area. And on this little computer screen, there's like this calculator that basically just always tells you that you should buy these Hilton Grand Vacation points. Like her first example is like, oh, if you spend 89 nights a year in a Hilton property and you do this for 25 years, this is how much it's going to cost you on average. And
now tell me, y'all can pull out your calculator. Tell me who is spending 85 days a year on vacation in 2026 in this economy. Some people might be doing it. I'm asking, who do you know that's doing that? The average person. Do you even got that much PTO at a good job? Do they even give you 85 days of PTO? Answer me that. Riddle me that while they're selling 85 days of vacation. A dream. Again, there is a very niche community of people who can do this with a specific type of job perhaps. And even still, this is still ridiculous, even for them. Because if you got it like that, you don't need a timeshare. You don't need a timeshare if you got it like that. So don't let this become in your head like, I just got to get my money up. I can get some more money and get the timeshare. No, think about the bigger picture.
And of course the number is huge, like over the cost of your lifetime. Like you're gonna spend $750,000 on Hilton properties, which like in what world? But besides the point, they're giving you these big scary numbers so they can drop this price on you and it doesn't seem as scary. Like, do today a casual 30 grand. No, thank you. So then I have this lady walk through the Conrad Maldives property because they just marketed it out of it to us. And I was like, yeah, we stayed there in January. Show me how I can do this with your point. Because we have to stay there for 2 hours anyways. So I was like, I might as well learn something. The biggest catch of it all was that you can't actually book the property with those points. You have to transfer those points to Hilton Honors program and book it through that.
Exactly. And this is Hilton. Why is this all sounding familiar? Even with Wyndham, very familiar. And she's talking about Hilton, all timeshares. It's almost like you can't trust none of them. It's almost like they're all doing the same thing. I'm looking out for y'all. Now, I do want to point out some of these comments. They're quite interesting. It says, I got kicked out of a timeshare presentation in Vegas. Told us to get the F out of there after we used the whiteboards to correct their math. See, don't do it. I'm telling y'all, don't go in there and bruise their ego. The ego can't confirm nor deny. It might be a little fragile. And if some of y'all come in there poking fun or being like, this don't make sense, right? Right. You're messing it up for the other people that are there. Luckily, for the person that I was dealing with, it was a one-on-one type of a thing. And who knows how bad that would have went if we were in a group, because I couldn't confirm nor deny that he still wouldn't have got called out, because we was warning people like, hey, as we was leaving, hey, don't sign on that dotted line. They scamming and they scamming. Like, they don't like when you try to wake the people up as you're leaving or as you're going through the presentation. They don't want you to do that. It's like they want to be able to scam in peace, and you coming in there disturbing the peace. So they just want to get you up out of there because they see they're not going to get nothing out of you, and it's making them mad. I don't know why you having boundaries would make somebody who doesn't have to live your life or figure out how you're going to pay a timeshare back. I don't know why that would make them so mad, but it does. Got their pennies in a bunch. But I got one question for you, maybe a few actually. Have you ever been sucked into a timeshare presentation, and did you sign on the dotted line? I am looking for the testimonials in the comments because I know that there has to be thousands. Additionally, do you think that timeshares are in fact a scam? Or do you think they're actually a great option for people who maybe want to travel to numerous locations? Do you think it's beneficial to them? In Club Wyndham, I ain't never forgot. I still got my packet with a copy of my letter that I submitted to void whatever contract was about to be for this timeshare. And I hope none of y'all ever forget what I told you, because it ain't never been a lie. I don't want to ever have to see any of y'all trying to fight to get out of a timeshare, because it ain't going to be pretty or fun. Because some of us came out unscathed, able to escape a timeshare. A victory, if you will. However, there are so many who don't. So let this video be a testimony that we must start making better decisions today in order to have a better future.